are you enjoying this beautiful day we have going on right now? Yeah, it's a little wet out here, even for me. Moister than an oyster, as they say. Oh, we got a little kid pool in the front row. Good to see you. We even got katanas. I like those. It's always good to see a fellow variant. You know, everyone's usually sitting for this show. It's kind of a weird dynamic having you all be eye level with me, I'm not gonna lie. But regardless, it's a beautiful rainy day in the neighbor pool. A beautiful day to be Deadpool. It's story time. Story time. You got any fans of Mr. Rogers out there today? All right, we got a few. I'm a pretty big fan of Captain America myself. Well, anyway, you guys ready for story time? Yeah! Well, that's good to hear because I certainly have a story to tell. Gosh, I love to talk. Today's story is a beloved bedtime classic, one of my personal favorites, actually, because it's pulled straight from the public domain, so we can't be sued. It's called Little Red Deadpool. You can cheer for that if you'd like. Oh, thank you so much. Let me just put on my 4K reading glasses. Oh, now I can see all of your beautiful, shining, shimmering, splendid faces. All right. Well, that doesn't work. It's not like it's dark out or anything. All right, so much for Disney budget, huh? You must be related to the Pixar lamp, aren't you, the little rascal? Did you guys see these pictures, by the way? You got any fans of Mary Poppins out there today? Oh, she's my favorite. Thank you so much for cheering. I scribbled all of these myself. Once upon a time. You know what? It just feels wrong when I'm doing it with myself. Why don't we all say it together, shall we? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Once upon a time. See, wasn't that fun and interactive? Well, anyway, upon that time, once, Little Red Deadpool set off to bring her sickly grandmama a delicious basket of churros. You see, Little Red's grandma lived alone. Not in a nice, clean, assisted living facility like where most Mimas are forced to live in against their will, no. Little Red's grandma lived alone in a creepy cottage in the middle of an even creepier, desolate forest, because Grammy lived life on the edge. This seems dangerous, thought Little Red to herself. So naturally, she went into the forest anyway so that children could learn from her mistakes for hundreds of years. A real after-school special kind of cautionary tale. Well, anyway, Little Red skipped majestically throughout the very wet forest, right past some exposition, before finally arriving at Grandmama's cottage. Hi, camera. When she opened the door, she saw her grandmother lying down on a nice 4-poster, rich mahogany bed. Grandmama, I brought you a delicious basket of churros! Grammy was looking pretty weird, freakish even, and it wasn't because of the weight loss drugs. No, it was not because of that. It was because Little Red's grandma was actually the big, bad wolvie in disguise. Ooh. Oh, you scared. No, I saw you flinch, sir. You did. Grandmama, wait a minute. What blue eye contacts you have? They're Canon. Oh, and Grandmama, what a retro comic accurate costume you finally have. Shut up, bub. And Grandma, what big claws you have. Are those vibranium? No. They're on a manium. Shing! Wait a minute! Grandma's not Australian! Ah! Little Red broke off a piece of churro, dropped her basket, whipped off her cloak, took a bite of the delicious churro, and then brought down her katanas in an X-shaped formation. Not as an Easter egg, but more of just like a stylistic choice. Bring it on, Peanut! They actually leaped at each other. Huge fight. Oh, it was awesome. They smashed right through that rich mahogany bed, but no one got a splinter. Claws and katanas tore through the mattress, and there was CGI hay everywhere. which as you can imagine is like 300,000 times more expensive than regular hay, but this is Disney, we like to go all out here. Except for the lamp department, apparently. Anyway, as both fighters were finally fatigued from the battle's mutually incredible climax, they both slumped down to the ground, exhausted. "Churro?" asked Little Red, now in her regular voice because falsettos are hard and I'm getting kind of lightheaded. "Sure," he replied. And so they shared that churro. Oh, they shared it Lady and the Tramp style, actually. Before gazing around at all the destruction and CGI straw left in their wake. Say, Logie Bear, I bet we could fix up this place nice. I think Grammy would be willing to sell. Actually, come to think of it, where is Grandmama anyway? She's, on vacation. Okay. Well, that's not ominous or foreboding in any way. In fact, I trust you fully. We should be roommates. Yeah, and so they were roommates. Little Red was the top bunk and Wolvie was obviously the bottom. And they lived happily ever after. And the moral of that story, children, it's a pretty obvious one actually. It's, spend more time with your grandmas. Right? Thank you, sir. Seriously. You should really be able to tell the difference between your own old decrepit grandmother and some huge jacked man. A huge jackman, if you will. Oh, well, anyway, I should probably get going. I've got another show in about an hour and I gotta go complete some dealing on mine. Probably attend to some DMs actually too. That stands for Deadpool messages, patent pending. Well, thank you all for coming to another illustrious and extra wet version of story time with your new favorite Disney princess, Deadpool. We're gonna do a high five line, all right? Come on. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. Bye, Kid Pool. Bye, everyone. I love you all.
Oh my God.
Thanks for being right with me, all right? Thank you.